So Doug has legally changed Strickland Bonner's name to Strickland fucking Bonner. Yeah. Family signed off on it and the whole thing.
I would like to say that I know the name of my trash guy. I don't know the name of my trash guy. Let's just call him, for the sake of this example, Hitler. All right, let's just call him that. Let's just call him the trash Nazi. All right.
The Nice Guys on Business have never, ever interviewed an ostrich on their podcast. Allegedly. But they have brought up that fucking Mustang podcast over and over and over again. 3 days a week, they're able to hold it together. This is not one of those days. Welcome to Fuckery with the Nice Guys. Adults need not apply. No interviews, lots of ranting, and they sometimes stumble onto something useful. Go figure. Now it's time for Nice Guys Fuckery with the kings of fuckery themselves, Doug Sandler and Strickland Bonner.
I'm firing my computer up. I'm getting my mic together. And here, I'm just going to take this out of the stand. Hold on. Tickety-tack it. It's just, I'm going to hold on to it because I can't get close to it. And here, I'll stand here so the light's not in your face. And I'm like, and it's like, no connection. You're not connected to the internet. I'm like, it's 7:59. I can't be fucking late for Doug. Fucking connect to the internet.
I have instilled the fear of God in Strickland.
Well, when you said 15 minutes, I was like just getting started dinner. And the smart thing would have been, hey, give me 30 minutes. And then I wouldn't have had to rush through. But that's my fault. I blame myself 100%. And then here I am 1 minute before 8 going, fuck. I should have just said, how about 10 after? And I didn't. But hey, here we are because we have funkin' fans. Welcome back. Welcome back. My name is Strickland Bonner. On the other side of the microphone, Mr. Doug Sandler. And for the record, I was not late. I was right on time.
He was totally on time. You can pull the mic a little bit away from your mouth. There you go.
Like here? Like
yeah,
there?
that's probably
I just didn't know if
good.
I put it in the stand if it's too far away. Like if I do this, all right, hold on. Because I'd love to put it in the stand. I'm just worried that it's too far away then. My little ATR 2100 portable. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally okay. So I would like to say
I can't hear you. Hold on. I think I unplugged the mic. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I unplugged the headset. I got it now. I'm back. It's okay. I unplugged the headset from the mic, but I'm good.
I would like to say one word, not to be confused with another word. If I could just gently say one of these two words, the word would be Yamas. Yamas, as opposed to Yamis, Yamis. Yamas means cheers and good health and happiness as I'm drinking my Mystica, which arrived yesterday, 2 days ago.
As opposed to Yamama, which is definitely an insult in most cultures.
Well, or I could say Yamis, which is the foreskin of a penis.
That's a new one on me. I didn't realize that.
Way too close. Way too close. I was looking up the spelling of Yamas, and I found that. Well, hold on. Let me just double fact check this because I don't want to send anybody down a path of deceit here. Yamas hair. No, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Yamas.
Also, not to be mistaken with Yo-Yo Ma, the great cello player.
Maybe so. Yamas. Yes. Yamis. The Wiktionary. The foreskin or retractable fold of the tissue covering the tip of the penis.
Okay.
Yamis, not to be confused with Yamas. Good life.
Good life. Okay, is that Greek?
Cheers. It's Greek for cheers.
Oh, Greek. Okay, Greek for cheers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy that you got your Mystica because I was so annoyed when I like, okay, I wanted to surprise you because remember I was searching and I'm like, oh, look, there's a liquor store in Cedar Park. It's like 20 minutes from me and they've got it, right?
Yeah.
I fucking called them and they're like, no, we don't have it. I wanted to surprise you with it. And I'm like, fine.
You can't. There is no surprise. When anybody in the entire country places an order for Mystica, I now get a phone call.
because you want to outbid them, right? What are you paying for that? I'll pay $1 more.
So the two bottles that I got from, believe it or not, and I think I was sharing this with you last week, in Baltimore, Rachel, my daughter, goes to the Greek specialty store, buys these 2 bottles. The shipping actually costs more than the bottles themselves, which is totally fucked up. It should never be that way. You know how much those styrofoam peanuts, not to be confused with styrofoam penis. That is probably the 4th time I've used the word penis in the 5th time in this episode.
Or Charles Schultz's peanuts. Yeah.
So
that's Vince Giraldi, by the way.
So apparently, from the use of your ATR 2100 and the looks of the background, you are at Lauren's house in Las Vegas.
That is correct. Yes, and our listeners would not have. Well, they probably would have known that because they hear the ATR 2100 that just doesn't sound as good as the Yeti. But yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Well, why wouldn't you just get you don't need the travel mic. Why don't you just get a Blue Yeti on TurnKey and just leave it there at the house? And you could even go so far as to get the boom mic if you wanted to also.
Ooh, that's an exciting idea. I might have to do that.
Got to make yourself feel a little at home there, Strick. I know that, with everything that's going on and you feel probably a little disjointed. You don't really have a residence right now that you can really call home permanently.
True.
So you got to take a little bit of love everywhere you go.
And also, TurnKey, we got a sales guy right now who is kicking ass and taking names. And I got to tell you, he is helping to bring more money into the company. And so I want to thank him.
Do you know there is one responsibility that you have installed upon me, and that is you better make sure this fucking company does not go under by lack of selling. I'm like, hey, look, the entire infrastructure could fall apart and I would still be okay if I'm making sales. That infrastructure is on you. For me, it's if I'm not making sales, things fucking suck. And right now, God, and now they're reaching out to me. I actually had 3 people reach out to me this week saying, hey, I know it's been a long time since I've spoken to you, but I think I'm ready to go now. I'm like, let me see if I have a spot in training for you.
I don't remember who said it, but there was somebody that said, well, the famous one is luck favors the prepared. But, there've been so many comments like this, that quotable things like, you make your own luck. And like, dude, you are the epitome of that. Like for you to say, hey, you know what? It's amazing. I've got 3 people that are like reaching out to me like completely out of the blue. It's fucking amazing. I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Dude, you are not giving yourself enough credit because they are reaching out to you because you're just sort of tickling. You're just sort of, hey, what's going on? Hey, just checking in. Hey, you need some help with a water heater? Let me walk you through fixing that. By the way, are you ready to start a podcast? All of that shit, dude. You are fucking making it rain. Right
so let me go down that path with you for 1 second. And I just would call the path the DJ Doug route to success because this is exactly how I built my DJ business. And, you would have guys that were probably half my age or probably even younger than half my age that would just not understand how is this guy getting 400 fucking phone calls for 46 available Saturday nights that he's actually going to be able to work. Mm-hmm. And I would say it didn't happen overnight. It happened over the course of 10, 15, 20 years of building a reputation, not by being the greatest DJ. And I've said this to you over and over again. It's like, you don't have to be the best band and you don't have to be the best DJ in order to get the gig. What you do have to be good at is customer service.
100%.
And just making sure that the people that are inquiring, you're not pressuring them. You don't give them what's it called? You don't give them if you don't do that, what's it called when not innuendo. That's not the right word. What's it called?
Shit. What the hell's the word?
I don't know. It's like when a bride says,
oh shit. I just had it in my head. Ultimatum. An ultimatum.
Ultimatum. That's right. You don't give anybody an ultimatum. You basically present the facts. And if they don't want to do it, then the timing is not right. It will be right for them one day. And hopefully that day will be when they remember you and come back to you. So in this one particular case, and I won't mention any names because I don't want to embarrass this person if she is a listener to the show, but it was the funniest situation because literally the time that we were having our meeting, that initial, hey, I want to find out all about your services, she looked a little frantic when we connected on Zoom. And she said, "Oh, can you excuse me for a second? I'm having an issue with my hot water heater." And I'm like, yeah, I know enough about plumbing to be able to be dangerous. So I said, "Hey, what's the problem that you're having?" She says, "Like right now, my hot water heater kind of blew up and it's like spewing water all over my garage."
Oh shit.
And I'm like,
that's bad.
All right. I said, "You want me to help you through that?" She says, "Well, I got a plumber coming over." I said, "Yeah, but you have me on Zoom right now. Let me help you with it." And I'm like, "Okay, here's the couple things." So she literally took her phone and FaceTime and reconnected with me, walked down to, like, she's like, "No, let's just talk about the thing. Let's just talk about the podcasting thing." I'm like, there's no fucking way I want her to try to focus on this while this other emergency is going on in her house.
Water is flowing into her garage while you're talking. Like, no, come on.
So it's what was funny about the timing of this was it was just like a day or two after I had drained my hot water heater. So I kind of knew where all the plumbing was. Like I would probably have remembered if I walked out to my garage, but I remembered, like, here's where the gas is, here's where the water comes into the house. All we got to do is turn those two things off and at least the water will stop flowing into the house. So we walked through those two things and I said, "Hey, look, when you're ready to start chatting about this again, just reconnect with me." And so today she reached out. I didn't even remember she was the hot water heater lady. I just remembered, I remember having a nice conversation with her. I don't remember the circumstances under which that happened. And she decided to move forward. And the timing couldn't have been perfect because we have people just leaving our training program. So now we have an opening for people to get into our training program, which I do like to keep as a coveted seat because I can't tell you how many times I've said to people, not under any pressure, but it's like, Strick, if I said to you, we have 10 people that need to be trained for launch tomorrow, you'd probably say, okay, but I know the reality of it is we don't have that many people that could train. Yeah, we have 2 trainers. So how many people could we do it? Right.
I would be freaking out if you said that. Yeah.
So I normally say to people as they are about to think about whether they want to do this or not, I say, no problem at all. We have 2 seats available for training right now. And they happen on a first come, first serve basis. And that maybe plants enough seed of there's a little bit of scarcity for those training seats. So I don't know. I didn't use it as a sales tactic. I just used it as the reality of what's going on. She remembered the whole hot water heater thing. That's nice. The funniest part about it. So she's ready to, and she's such a wonderful person too. I'm really excited to be able to, to have her be like a client and enjoy. Now we are having a little problem with our fledgling program Panda Docs. So,
oh yeah, she couldn't
sign the document, which I think is a pretty important,
kind of a big deal. Yeah. Are we working through that? Is Ashley reaching out?
Yeah, I've already connected with Ashley. I just got confirmation as I'm sitting on this Zoom call with you right now. She sent me back a message through Facebook Messenger. I will connect with our client tomorrow to make it happen. And the old me would have fucking freaked out. What do you mean? I'm like, look, she's interested. Her interest is not going to wane because she couldn't sign the document tonight.
Yeah. When I get an email right before we start that says, "Hey, I want to write you guys a check, but I can't sign the check," I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
It's okay. Yeah. It probably wouldn't be a bad thing if we deferred some of the income coming into next year at this point. We only want to get in so much trouble with the IRS and owe them so much money.
I hope the IRS isn't listening to this right now.
Well, we already know if the IRS pays enough attention to us to want to listen to this podcast, I think we're in a good place.
Yeah, that's a good point. Very good point. Anyway, so how's your week been, Doug?
It's been great. Right now, I got my Mystica delivered, as I told you. On Monday, Mystica came in the door. 20 minutes after our guest, who we were in Greece with, left, took his cab back to the airport, the Mystica arrives. I'm like, no!
Oh, damn.
That was bad. But anyway, we had some good drinks while he was here. JJ did a full VIP day with him while he was here, hanging out with him and helping him take his business to the next level. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my irrigation system outside, and I'm actually going to try to make this repair, even though it is nowhere near my zone of genius. I'm having fun with it. So I've been checking it out, trying to make the repair myself. And there's like 4-5 valves out and back that all need to be replaced. I'm going to replace them. As I'm digging up the irrigation system that's in the back, I've noticed that, when they go to those like old world, like places like Greece and Rome, and they dig and they're like, hey, that's the Parthenon under here or whatever. I'm digging and I'm discovering a whole other irrigation system that was abandoned and replaced by this new one. So I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be doing. Anyway, I am working this out, and it is fun. I have been enjoying it.
Okay, can you clarify for me? Irrigation system, is that like a sprinkler system?
Yeah. So in California, no one has a hose that leads to a sprinkler that waters the lawn. That's not that's not how you do it here.
Okay.
What you do is you put a box in your garage or in a work area that it remote controls between 5 and 20 valves that are scattered throughout your front and your backyard. Mm-hmm. And those valves control underground plumbing that has been run all around strategically on your property to water the grass, the trees, the whatever that you have in different patterns, whether it's a sprinkler or a soaker hose or a small irrigation system. So this, in my backyard, we have 5 valves that lead to probably 20 small pipes that are like an inch in diameter, but are hundreds of feet throughout the backyard. And so right now the problem is I'm just working on the valves themselves. Did you get any of that, or did you just hear Charlie Brown's teacher?
Yeah. But I'm just not clear on. Okay, so in Texas, I had a sprinkler system built in. Like I wouldn't have fucking paid for it, but it was there with the house when I came in, right? And so I would tell it to run on some regular basis.
Right.
But like a sprinklers would pop up and they would do the thing.
Yeah.
Is yours? Is it more than sprinklers? Is there also like big hoses that just dump water underwater, or is it sprinklers?
All right. So and maybe you the answer to this question is, I really just don't know. I didn't pay that enough attention to it. Mm-hmm. Where were the actual valves that control, like you didn't just turn it on and all of them turned on. You probably have zones, right?
There were 7 zones.
Okay. So each zone is a valve, just so you know.
I had no idea.
And where were those valves? No idea?
No fucking idea. I know that was in your house? Zone 1 was like the front yard, and zone 2 was like the fucking side yard and shit. That's all I know.
And you never noticed the valves, because the valves have to be above the ground.
Okay, so when you say a valve, you mean a sprinkler? Like it's a little thing that pops up and it spews water out. That's
the sprinkler. Now, right. Between the place where you program, and the sprinkler, there is a long PVC pipe.
Okay.
Somewhere in that run of the PVC pipe, there is a valve. That valve is instructed by that timer thing to go on and off at different times. You had no idea where those are. You never saw them, had no idea. You might have seen them, you just didn't know what they look like.
No, I turned it on and I said, run section 1 for 10 minutes and run section 2 for 10 minutes and run section 3 for 10 minutes. And when you're done, just do it all over again in a couple days. That's all I ever did. I didn't know there's a fucking valve and a knob and shit for each one. I don't fucking know.
Okay. So this is where I come back to my 13-year-old self. The 13-year-old self used to literally take apart alarm clocks to figure out how alarm clocks worked. And like, I would take apart anything that was broken.
The flip numbers.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. The flip numbers. And then there was like a hairdryer broke. My mom's hairdryer broke, aside from almost electrocuting myself with that. I did find out about how electricity actually works.
If you're going to try to disassemble a hairdryer, strong recommendation, unplug it first.
All right. Yes. Good point. I had a 76 Trans Am and the alternator broke on the Trans Am. And the reason I knew that was because the headlights started to just get brighter and then fade and all of that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to replace this alternator, and I'll be damned if I didn't figure out how to replace the alternator just using some, there wasn't YouTube at the time, but just working through it. So I'm like, I can do all these things. So when the sprinkler system started to have problems, meaning like I would say valve 5, I want you to water the back lawn, and nothing happened, I'm like, there's a problem here. So part of the problem is that we have some broken pipes underground. And part of the problem is the valve is broken. And another problem is some of the sprinkler heads are actually been like the lawn care people like rode over with a lawnmower. That's not good when you do that.
Not good.
So some of that is just getting those things fixed. The front yard works well. The backyard does not work at all. So the guy quoted me $1,000 just to check it out, not even to replace anything, just to check it out. Because we have no idea if it's the valve, the sprinkler head, or the pipe. So he's got to examine all of those things. It could be like a full day of him just examining shit.
Wow. I've got a solution for your backyard.
What is it?
I think I'm not going to guarantee that it would be cheaper than $1,000, but I think long term it would be cheaper. AstroTurf.
I was going to say, I knew it wasn't going to be concrete because I can tell you a 20 by 40 concrete slab is about $25,000.
What?
It's fucking nuts, dude.
All right, wait a minute. Can't I go to Home Depot, and we may need Jared for this, I don't know. Can't I go to Home Depot and buy a big fucking bag of concrete and then mix it with water and dump it in a frame and I'm done?
There's a lot more to it than that. If it was that simple, that would be great. There is in order to lay a slab in our county or city, the size that we're going to lay, we have to have rebar in there to reinforce the concrete. We also have to have footers for some reason of earthquake something or other. And there is other stuff that's involved. And so, yes, I would like to say to you, it's not very expensive to do it, but all of the concrete that we want to do in our backyard, including the footer for the house that's going to be delivered in a few months, and the pergola area is going to be over $40,000 for those areas.
What?
Just for concrete.
Just for concrete.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand if you're building a house that you need rebar if it's too big and fucking foundations and shit, right? But are they saying that if you just want to do a big fucking open deck, right? Like you're not going to put anything on it except a grill, maybe. If it's a certain size, it has to have fucking reinforced rebar. All
right. So I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but there is, we have something in Ojai called expansive soil. I don't know. Now, expansive soil is the kind that expands and contracts and is very susceptible to, let's say, I don't know, earthquakes. And so because of that, and if we're running which we are running, power, gas, and water, it has to be reinforced with rebar. So I don't know which part of that would create an environment that would be the most expensive, but I do know that rebar is pretty labor intensive and a lot of steel goes into that. Concrete is pretty expensive these days. And we also want to do it so that it's stamped. So it's not just like they're not just laying it down.
It's got like a pattern.
Right. It's got a pattern. It's got a color. So maybe that's a part of the expense. I don't really know. It's just, there's a lot of expenses that are involved in this. I'm only told things on a need to know basis, Strickland, and I have not needed to know yet any of this stuff.
Yeah, except that it sounds like you need to know that you got to expand that wallet because God damn, that sounds expensive.
Expansive soil equals expansive wallet. Exactly.
Well, as much as I hate to say it, I'm very much an anti-regulation kind of guy. But yeah, if you're running electricity and gas and water under the water, it makes sense, right? Like if the concrete, if the fucking dirt expands and then it hits a gas line, it's like, I guess. It sucks.
Now we could do instead of doing a permanent gas line, we could do propane tank. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing electricity to it, we could run an extension cord to it. It's like, we could do all of those things. But we really kind of want to do it. I mean, I am not planning on moving. The next time I move is when you take my body and burn me. That is it. That is it. Where you say, hey, Adam, I wish you a lot of luck taking your dad's ashes to the Three Rivers in Connecticut, where the fuck am I going? To Jackson Hole, Wyoming, to the Snake River, and to the Kenai River in Alaska. Have fun with that. And we will see you on the return trip.
I didn't realize you didn't want to make
drink tickets.
You didn't want to make it easy, did you? Connecticut, Wyoming, and fucking Alaska. Like, could you be further away? Why don't you add one in like Australia and shit?
Well,
or how about the Nile? Why don't you go?
I don't, because number one, because I haven't been to the Nile nor Alaska. I'm sorry, nor Australia, but I have been to the three places, and I have a lot of very, very cherished memories in those places. And you know what? It's a vacation. Maybe not the Connecticut location. Maybe that's not such a great vacation, but Jackson Hole, Wyoming. That's where, like, a lot of the great national parks are close by. I know you don't care about that, and Alaska, shit, that's a great place to go. I'd love to be able to. And if my dad died, and instead of leaving me bupkis, he actually said to me and my brother, "Hey, I want you to take my ashes." Instead of me getting his ashes, literally 25 years after his death, I got some of his ashes from my stepbrother and stepsister. Instead of that, he would say, "Hey, I want you to take my ashes. Here's an all-expense paid trip to these three locations. It gives you some reflection time on how much of an asshole I was as your father." I'm like, all right, whatever.
Well, and you're paying for it anyway, right?
Like, I am paying for it. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Do we have any voicemails?
We have 2 voicemails, actually. Hold on. I was looking something up.
Are they from this week or last week? Because I did not say a word to Ashley, and if she's just that good.
Well, it is.
No, don't play this game with me, because I will not know.
The 12th. Well, they're from the 12th. When did we release our last episode? It was since the 12th, right?
Yeah, because it's only 5 days, so that would have been on Friday.
Yeah.
Let's see, the 12th, the 16th was Tuesday, the 15th was Monday, the 14th was Sunday, the 13th was Saturday, the 12th would have been Friday. How'd I do?
Yeah, we're using the Jared logic, which he taught us. Like, if the episode came out I don't remember what it was, but he came up with the logic, and it seemed sound at the time. So
yeah, but let me give you the flaw to the logic.
Yeah.
Here's the flaw to the logic.
Mm-hmm.
The flaw to the logic is I no longer pay attention to the dates that the voicemails came in.
Mm-hmm.
And if let me think about this for a second. If the the logic is there. If the voicemails were placed in the voicemail into the drive on Friday, there would have been no way that we would have played them yet, because the episode airs on Friday. And even if she was late in delivering them, we would not have played them, because the episode is airing on that day, on the Friday. So I'm going to go with the Jared logic on this. And I'm going to say we have not listened to the voicemails. What are you looking up over there, though?
I was looking up national park sizes and shit.
You're going back to that again?
I'm abandoning that. I don't want to go down that road right now. I just wanted to get away from the Jared logic and do this.
You know what would have been really interesting, though?
Was going to be a great segue right there. I said, going to do this, and you fucked it up. But that's okay. Go ahead.
I didn't realize that you hit the play button. As you were hitting the play button, I was talking. Remember a few years ago when we did the national parks episode, and you actually went in and you discovered how many people visited that park through the course of the year based upon the square footage. And that came up with then we got to the point where we said, hey, it's time to tighten them up. Time to tighten
the largest national park in the United States is in Alaska.
Yeah.
And it is 10,000 square miles.
Right.
The number of people that visited it, at least the year that we looked it up a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah.
Around 10,000 people. So basically, you could give 1 square mile to every person who visited that national park. You could give them a square mile for an entire fucking year.
And they wouldn't bump into each other.
And yeah.
Could you possibly find that same stat for 2020? I'm really curious.
Oh my God, it's probably going to be half that.
What it was for 2020.
It's probably going to be half that. I don't even want to look it up because I don't want to go down that.
Oh my God. What was it? It wasn't Denali National Park, was it? It was probably a different national park.
Elias or something. What is it? Hang on. Largest national parks.
Oh,
well,
God,
this says Mount Rainier is the
no, that's 30. In Washington State.
Number 30. I'm sorry. I found a list, but it's counting backwards. That's
gotcha.
So I need to go to number 1 first. Number 1, Wrangell St. Elias, 8 million acres.
Oh God.
8 million acres.
How many?
I think
visitors?
somebody else did it by square miles, and I think it's
okay. How many? Does it? How? Maybe just type in how many visitors did Mount Elias have in 2020?
Okay.
Sorry, Jared. We said you're waiting for your voicemail. We're gonna have to wait one more moment.
To, what is it? St. Elias? What the hell is the name of it again?
Where is that? Alaska?
Yeah, Alaska. Yeah.
God, I've never heard of it. Why is it that I've never heard of that national park?
Elias, because it's so fucking big. Who gives a shit? Here we go. How many visitors to Mount Elias National Park?
Yes.
Second tallest mountain. Oh no, this says 79,000, but I think that's the height. Hold on.
No.
Here we go. How many people visit Wrangell St. Elias National Park each year? Okay, here we go. You ready for the numbers by year?
I'm ready. Can you tell me, can you begin with can you ramp up to 2020, which is really the year I want to know, but can you ramp up? Can you give me the 5 years preceding or however many is on that scale?
Well, I'd love to, but it actually looks like it only goes up to 2019.
That's fine. Give me 2019 and 2020.
Although whatever statistic I had gotten previously apparently was a little bit off.
Okay.
Because
not surprising.
They average about 80,000 visitors a year. So it wasn't 10,000 visitors a year, but still 80,000 visitors a year, and they have 8 million square acres. So each person could have 100 square acres. I don't know what the hell 100 square acres is compared to square miles.
Well, figure 100 square acres. My backyard is a half an acre. So we could give people 160 of my backyards and they would not bump into each other. Now, they would, of course, have to fix the irrigation system in my backyard. They would not be able to have green grass because right now I have a lot of dirt in my backyard. And of course, their day to clean the pool, which would be on just a small portion of that property, would be Tuesdays. Tuesdays right now is the day Sam comes. We could give him the month off. Right?
Very thoughtful of you.
I just sent Sam a text message telling him today that how much I appreciate his service.
I'm sure he appreciated that. Yeah.
Well, these are like the unsung heroes in people's lives. The landscaper, the pool guy, the guy that comes and cleans the gutters every once in a while. I'll tell you, that motherfucking trash guy though that's in my neighborhood, he does not deserve. The other day he came by. Okay, this is how on edge I am with my trash guy.
You are on edge. Wait a minute. I want to clarify what you just said.
On edge.
You are on edge about your trash guy. Now, I believe
I've had issues with my trash guy.
I believe what's coming next is going to be a story that will either confirm or deny, at least in my opinion, whether or not you should be on edge with your trash guy.
All right. So we have 3 trash cans. We have a yard waste, a regular trash, and a recycle bin. So we have 3 trash bins. Once a week, they pick up each one of those on the same day.
Okay.
Now, I would like to say that I know the name of my trash guy. I don't know the name of my trash guy. Let's just call him, for the sake of this example, Hitler. All right? Let's just call him that. Let's just call him the trash Nazi. All right.
Okay.
All right. So he'll come by and, all right. So there's a couple rules in my neighborhood. Strickland's waving to his girl.
It looks like she's asleep on the couch. I just wasn't trying to confirm if she was really asleep or not.
All right. Anyway, so rule number 1, the trash cans cannot be overfilled. If the trash cans are overfilled, he will not take them, meaning the lids can't be up because the mechanism that pulls the trash can over you've seen this before, right? The automated service thing.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever.
The big arm.
Right, the arm. The old days where the guy used to have to get out of the truck. The guy on the back of the truck came out all smelly and dirty, and he was like the peasant among the other two guys, the ones that sat in the truck that smoked cigarettes and probably watched porn all day on YouTube.
Pretty much.
While the other guy in the back of the truck was doing all the work. Anyway, so we can't overfill the trash can. So one day he came by and he would not take the trash. So he got out of the truck. He put a big old fucking sticker on the trash can and said, "Cannot pick up overstuffed or not in compliance." I'm like, fuck, there's another opportunity for me, like the Canadian trip, not to be compliant. So, okay, so I got it. So I calmed down. So I called, we straightened it out with the trash company. They came back the next day and they picked it up. Cool.
Like he couldn't wait a week?
Like what?
You couldn't understuff it, like take a few things out and wait a week?
No, because now I'm metering my trash and I had just moved in and I'm like, fuck, I'm paying money for the fucking trash guy to pick up my trash. The trash lid was not on properly. I am so fucking sorry, Mr. Trash Man.
Oh, so it wasn't that it was overfilled. It was that the lid was not on right.
Right. So we've had a number of instances like that. Another instance, as an example, is the trash cans have to be at least 18 inches apart. If they're not 18 inches apart, the mechanism can't get in there. The big
claw cannot wrap its arms around the can.
Right. So the following week, or maybe it was 2 weeks after, the trash guy comes by and I just see him just pass the entire row. And I'm like, come on. So he stopped at the neighbors and I'm like, I'm run out because now I'm watching the guy. I'm run out of the house and I'm like, why couldn't you pick it up? He goes, you got to pull them apart. I said, okay, I'll pull them apart. He says, I'll come by the next time. I'm like, no, not the next time. I need you to pick up my trash right now. So he was not happy with my demands. Last week, I'm understandably on edge. There it is. The trash guy comes out and he begins, everything is right. There's no overstuffing. The lid, the trash cans are now at least 18 inches, probably closer to like 2.5, maybe 3 feet apart from each other. Everything is good.
Did you bring your tape measure out to make sure they were far
strict
apart?
I was in the fucking trash zone, man. I was in the zone. Recycle was nicely cut up, put in there. I mean, I was like the model poster child for trash collection. If a trash collection inspector came by my house, he would have not only put a sticker on it saying gold star, he would say, you know what, Sandler, Flizane's house, you are the model client for us. We want you as a client. We want you forever as a client. So he comes by and he is, now I don't know which run this is, the recycle, the yard waste, or the regular rubbish collection. But
because it's 3 different guys, right?
It's the same guy, but he's coming by at a different time of the day. He's got to go to the spot.
Like with a different truck.
Right. Same truck, just different shit goes into the truck.
Okay.
Forget why. Just that's what it's all about. He picks up the blue bin. It gets about halfway up and he puts it down again and it drops and all of the recycling shit falls out onto the pavement. And I open up my shades, which is a huge fishbowl of a window to the front. And I just go like, what the fuck? And he gets out of the truck and I thought he was going to come and kill me. He gets out of the truck. He picks up the waste bin. He puts all of the recycling by hand back in it. He gets back in the truck. He moves 1 foot forward, puts it into the trash bin, not the recycle bin, and he lifts that one up and he puts that into the truck. He forgot which one he was picking up. I obviously have rattled his cage somewhat when he comes to my house. That is my trash story for the week. Questions?
So the one that's spilled,
yes.
You're saying that it spilled because he basically, the arm got it halfway up when he realized it was the wrong one. So he stopped and put it back. And it only spilled because he stopped in the middle.
And of course, I jumped to the conclusion thinking I did something wrong. It must be me. What the fuck is he doing? Please, God, don't let this happen again. But the reality of it was he picked up the wrong bin and he just put that one down. He knocked it over by mistake. And I jumped down his throat visually. I gave him one of these out of the window.
So let's clarify. I'm going to boil the story down,
please,
to its core. It's least common denominator. The way I hear it, this is my interpretation. Day one, you didn't read the rules, so you didn't have the lid on right.
Yes.
He didn't take the trash. He came back the next day because you called and got it straightened out.
Yes.
The next time,
or somewhere around the next time,
you still hadn't read the rules. So he told you the rules about separating them.
Yeah.
And he took them.
My fault again. My fault.
I'm going to put my, and the third time. When you were worried that he was upset with you and
a lot of worry, sleepless nights.
Not only did it turn out that it was his mistake, but he got out of the truck and by hand, he picked up the recycle, fixed it, and then repaired.
Yeah.
And you're on edge about your trash?
I'm always on edge about the trash. It's a very important time of day for me. It's once a week. It's Monday mornings, and I just want things to go smoothly. That's it. Sam does my pool. Sam comes by once a week on Tuesdays, vacuums the pool, cleans the tile in it, gets the leaves out, smiles every once in a while, has a conversation with me, probably not because he wants to, but because I pay him and maybe he feels obligated to have a conversation. I'm usually sitting on my back porch in my pajamas with my slippers on, drinking my coffee when he comes by. And I probably think he's thinking, if that motherfucker is out in his backyard, I'm going to have a conversation with him. So I'm a little probably maybe a little overzealous about the services that get provided to my house.
So when Sam first started doing your pool,
he was the third pool guy, by the way, just so you know.
Did he give you the rules to say, these are the rules for me cleaning your pool?
Well, he actually did. What Sam did, which was great, was he said, you're not allowed to worry about your pool. I'm going to take care of your pool. And if I ever come over here and I see a skimmer in your hands, I'm going to gently take it out of your hands and say, you go back to being the homeowner and let me do what you're paying me to do. Water is my passion.
Wow. Okay. Yes. So you totally found the right pool guy then.
Perfect guy for me.
Those are easy rules to follow. I get it. I like that.
Totally.
I like that a lot.
Trash guy though.
Okay. I would definitely argue that you should find other things to be on edge about other than the trash. Cause it sounds like you may have that trash thing solved. I think
I have tried to find other things, but you have told me to stay out of turnkey business. You told me to stay out of the business.
And somehow you ignore me every step of the way anyway.
Well, when people start to include me in emails, they're drawing me in. I feel like I'm being baited here.
When I said don't be on edge about the trash guy, just go be on edge, because I know there's only so much capacity you have for being on edge. And so if you're on edge about the trash guys, maybe you'll be one step below.
So in other words, you're telling me you just keep selling and leave the other stuff to me.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
I know. I just got to get you out of your full-time job. I need you here full-time. Just to waylay my concerns.
I think we need other people more full-time because you're right. It's definitely an issue when there are things that fall on either you or me and should be taken care of in, under an hour, under 30 minutes. And, you and I combined are not always available every 30 minutes of the day to handle it.
Remember when we were working with podcast websites, and remember the guy that I can't remember his name. I think his name is Mark. I'm going to call him Mark if that's not his name. But I remember Mark had this assistant guy, or maybe the second in command director of operations, whoever he was. And I can't remember his name, Nigel. Let's call him Nigel. And Nigel did anytime I would connect with Mark directly, he'd always direct me to Nigel. Until Mark got to the point where I think he was tired of hearing from me. So he didn't even say, I'm going to connect you with Nigel. He would probably just either ignore the message completely because it's like, Doug, I've now told you 7 times to deal with Nigel, and you keep reaching out to me.
Yeah.
I am no longer going to be your boy. Sorry.
Right.
So I feel like I'm not ready for that step yet. I don't want to be taken out of the loop, but it almost feels like nobody wants me here. So why am I here? Not in a bad way. I'm not saying that anybody, customers or you or anybody on our team, wants to kick me out. But I know more times than not, I am usually the salt in the wound rather than the solver of the problem. And maybe sometimes I solve the problem, but that's probably more the exception than the rule.
There's definitely a little of both. I think we're ready for the voicemails from Jared, don't you?
Okay. This has been your business advice on how to delegate responsibility to other people in your organization.
Exactly.
Yeah. And, sorry.
Hey, it's okay. I've already tried to start it 3 times. Go ahead. One more won't hurt.
I was just going to say, we're going to, right at the end of Jared's voicemail, unless there is an epiphany or a breakthrough that he is going to introduce to us, we're just going to wrap up the message at the end. I mean, the episode at the end of this.
I think so too. We've talked long enough.
Okay.
Are you ready for the music?
I will shut up now.
Are you sure?
No, but let's give it a try.
We got a voicemail from Jared. I said a voicemail from Jared. You know a voicemail from Jared. Nobody else will call. We got a voicemail from Jared. Screw the rest of y'all.
Boom. All right, here we go.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. So you guys are killing me today. You are so off the rails, it's not even funny. And Shrek, yes, you should know where I'm at. You should know where Avon is. Well, not really where it's at, but that I'm in Avon, Ohio. I mean, come on, guys. I've sent you my address 8 million times because I'm the only one that responds to things to get anything you're sending out. Anyways, guys, love the show. You're cracking me up a lot, and I'm enjoying it. All right, talk to you soon.
I should know where Avon, Ohio is, or at least where Jared lives, because I have sent him like the pin, the nice guy fucker.
Are we sure that this was not a voicemail from last week?
We didn't hear that. I didn't hear it last week.
Okay.
We only had one last week.
All right.
Why would you think it was from last week?
I just seem to remember having the conversation about where is Avon, Ohio.
Yeah.
That was the same week that we had the disagreement of whether we had or had not met Jared in person.
Yeah, that was last week, right?
Was that last week? I thought that was.
I think so. 2 weeks ago?
Don't know.
I don't fucking know.
Well, if it was 2 weeks ago, and this is the second time we're playing this, I was stoned because I do not recall the message at all.
I don't remember that first message, so I don't.
All right, let's see if voicemail number 2 rattles our cage.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, Doug, hey, Shrek, Jared here. Voicemail number 2. So, you guys were just talking about Doug having to turn his camera off. So, I'm really enjoying the show today, by the way. You guys are really cracking me up and inappropriate and all that stuff, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
But Doug had to turn the camera off because he had to take care of business. And Strick, you asked him, well, what'd you do? Well, you realize his response was take care of business because we all know what it takes him 30 seconds to do and why he turned off the camera. So I don't know why you're questioning. You're better off not knowing if you didn't realize it, but now you know. All right, guys, love the show. Can't wait to finish this one.
Taking care of business.
Right? Exactly. Bachman Turner Overdrive. Exactly.
BTO. So it's either masturbation or mastication. One of the two would be what it takes me 30 seconds to do. We will leave it among you guys to decide which one I do faster.
Oh my.
All right, that's it. Let's wrap it up. We don't know if we have a voicemail this week because we haven't aired this episode yet. Right? Wow. I just got my brain in a cramp on that one.
All I know is that right now I am deleting the voicemails from the shared drive.
Oh,
so there will be no question next week as to whether they are the new ones or the old ones.
We should do that each and every week.
I should.
Do you though?
But no, there's a difference between should and do. No, I don't do it every week. I should do it every week.
Yeah, you should, but I don't want to should all over you. So probably want to delete those so that there is no doubt. If there is no voicemail, it's either because we have neglected to put the voicemail in the G Drive folder, or there are no voicemails, which would be really unusual. Has there ever been a week? Has there been a week in the last year that we haven't gotten a voicemail from Jared, except for the week that he was here?
No, there were one or two that we have not gotten a voicemail from him.
I miss him sorely on those weeks.
I know, very much so, very, very much so. He is definitely the third leg of the podcast, and from what I hear from his wife, that is appropriate.
Totally appropriate. All right, that's enough for now. Let's wrap up. Steve O'Brien, go ahead and take us out of here.
For the Nice Guys on Business, I'm Steve O'Brien. They have listeners in other countries? I didn't think anyone was listening outside of their house, except maybe their moms. Well, I have to say that episode went pretty good. I mean, really, no one died, so that's a plus. Charlie died? Did he? We lost him? It was his time.